Hey, what's up guys? It is the Programming Guy. Today we're going to be covering a bit more basic stuff in Python. You can see I already have some stuff written, and that leads us to our first thing. Alright, let's get started. So, comments. All of these are comments. A comment is essentially something you can put anywhere in your code, and when the Python looks through your code and runs it, it will completely ignore the comment that you write. So you can write, "Hi, my name is Joe." No, it's really not. I will not reveal my name to the public. And if I run it, we don't get any errors. But if I uncommented it, get an error. Doesn't, because this isn't code, it's just a sentence. Alright. Multi-line comments you can do if you have something really big. What you do, you put 3 single-line comments, and PyCharm will automatically generate another 3, and you can type it for multiple lines. But if you do it with just 1 comma, you can see that this isn't in the commented font. Alright, that's that. Alright. Now we're going to learn about something called string replacement. So here's the syntax for string replacement. Let's say I made a variable called string. I taught you about variables. String is equal to hello, I am the Illuminati, and I am something plus years old. And we add a %s. And then I say, don't worry, I will explain all this. It may be a bit confusing. Let's say age equals 40, print string % age. Run. And it says, hello, I am the Illuminati and I'm 4 years old. So here's what happens. In Python, when it is looking through strings, when it reads a string, it automatically looks for these little things, %s, which essentially means there is something that is going to go here. That is a variable. So what we did, we took our variable 4, and the way that you replaced it, and the reason there's a plus here, we know it's not math, but there's still a plus there, because when you're combining strings, you put a plus. That's just what you do. And there's a space here because if we deleted the space and ran it, it would just say there wouldn't be a space between the 4 and the years because it doesn't read white space. And white space is like this stuff. Like right here, right here. So yeah. So that's that. And the way that you can replace it, when you are using any sort of statement, right now the only one you know is a print that involves a string, and it has a %s. You notice if we don't put the %, it just says that %s because it's like, oh well, he didn't replace it, so it's part of the string. But if you put the way that you replace something, you put a %sign, and then you put the thing that you want to replace it with, and that is our variable age. Or we could just do 5 if we wanted. Do 5. You could just do it directly. It doesn't even need to be in variables. What you can just do is say print this and then %age. And it'll, oh, got an error. What did I do wrong? Oh, yeah. Whenever you don't want to use parentheses if you're using it in a direct print statement. What? 1 second. During string. I have. Oh, yeah, that's because if you use age as a number, and since age is not in the string, we call a method called str, which stands for string. Well, okay, you know what? Let's not worry about this right now. Alright, so you pretty much get the idea of string replacing. I'm not going to debug this right now because that would just be boring. Alright, so there's another thing you need to know about. It's called arithmetic. You probably haven't learned about arithmetic in school. Totally not. So that's why I'm going to teach you arithmetic. Now there's such a thing as a plus sign. No, I'm kidding. But there is arithmetic in programming. What it is self-explanatory. You can make a variable called age and set it to 4 plus 5. There's also something called variable changing. Let me just show you this first. Print age, it prints 9 because 4 plus 5 is 9. But then let's say we set age to 3. We have the 3, even though it was previously set to 4.5. But code runs from top to bottom. So when it sees another thing, the same variable as age, it's going to replace age's variable with 3. But anyway, there are many different types of arithmetic you can do. You can do, just make one called age run, 4 minus 5, and there's some that aren't just traditional arithmetic. For that little star sign there means multiplication. That slash means division. Two slashes means floor division, which means it's not going to give you a decimal, but it's going to round your answer down. And always down, even if it's like 0.9, it'll still round it down. That's how you can remember floor division, as in the floor is down. There's also something called modulus. And for this one, I'm just going to do 10% 5. Alright, now I'm going to explain. So, I'm pretty sure you guys already know division, multiplication, subtraction, addition. I've already explained this to you. So, modulus, what modulus essentially does, and there's another one in a second. What modulus does, it gets the remainder of, let's say it's essentially, this is a division expression, but instead of getting the quotient, it gets the remainder. Now since 5 divides evenly into 10, if we say print age, we don't even need parentheses for the print statement. Print age 5, we get 0. But let's say we made this like 6, which doesn't divide evenly into 10, we'd get something like 4. So yeah. And then there's one final thing, and we're going to make a program with this, our first actual thing that does something. Tiny calculator. There's user input. So there's two commands. There's raw input and input. I use raw input because input is essentially the same thing except from a later version of Python. Earlier version of Python, sorry. So raw input, what it does, we can say print. I'm just going to write a program really fast. See if you can guess what I'm doing. Okay. Enter the first number. 4. Enter the second number. 4. Oh god, this thing again. Well,
Okay, young colors.
1 second. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to debug that. So if you run it, you get 4. Let's just enter 4. 4. 4 plus, oh god. Oh, right, we have to convert these to integers. And the int method will convert something to a number. To the first number, 4, 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. And there you have it. So, practice this stuff. And yeah, see you next time.